Hello, I'm Joe Slation, Managing Editor of the Wabash Plain Dealer, bringing you tomorrow's headlines for Wednesday, December 18th. Basically, this is a look at some of the stories you'll be able to find in the Plain Dealer on Wednesday. Some of these stories are currently available online at www.wabashplaindealer.com, and there are links to some of the other ones on our social media pages such as Facebook and Twitter. All the stories will be available by tomorrow morning. Leading off our newspaper, is a story by Eric Seaman, who covered the Wabash City School Board on Monday night. At that board meeting, Wabash City Superintendent Jason Callahan recommended to the board that it close W.C. Mills Elementary School. Under Callahan's proposal, which the board has not taken any action on yet, the fourth graders at the school would transfer to O.J. Neighbors Elementary School, while the fifth graders would move to the Wabash Middle School. The move is designed as a way to help the district save money, and Callahan estimates somewhere between $120,000 and $150,000 per year would be saved by closing the building. No teachers would lose their jobs, and the money which would be saved would be allocated elsewhere throughout the district. As of now, there are no plans for the building if it is closed. Callahan said there is nobody who has expressed an interest in purchasing it, and the like. The board may consider the measure at one of its two board meetings in January, but in the meantime, Callahan will host a public hearing at 6 p.m. Thursday at the Wabash Middle School Auditorium to explain his reasoning to the public and accept questions and feedback from the public about his proposal. In another matter of important news from the City School Board meeting, Jan Rowland, the longtime business officer and former principal in the Wabash City School District, has announced her retirement effective at the end of this current school year. Rowland has more than 40 years in education, and said she has been contemplating stepping down for about a year to a year and a half. Callahan hopes to announce a replacement for her sometime in early 2014. In another news, on a little lighter note, reporter Nick Van Heest spent some time at the sledding hill in Wabash City Park and spoke to some of the locals who have been coming to the hill just adjacent to the Wabash Senior Center for many years, both as youngsters and now with their own children. He brings that story in Wednesday's newspaper. Eric Seaman also has a third story on Wednesday. This one dealing with a new law that's in effect regarding the prescription or prescribing of opiates that had painkillers that contain opiates. Eric spoke with some of the local law enforcement officials about this matter and brings more about that new law, which just began this week in tomorrow's newspaper. Nick Van Heest also brings one more story about concert tickets for the Trisha Yearwood and Jarrett Neiman concerts going on sale later this week at the Honeywell Center. Yearwood's tickets will be on sale beginning Wednesday morning, while tickets for the Neiman show go on sale on Friday. It's Wednesday, so that means it's time for the North Manchester page. And on that page, I bring a story looking at a award the North Manchester Historical Society received from the Indiana Historical Society. This is the second time in 4 years that the local organization has received an award. This one was the Indiana History Outstanding Event or Project Award, and they received that recognition for the Year of the Opera Curtain project, which it launched in late 2011 and throughout 2012. In another story on the Manchester page, we bring information about two important meetings that are upcoming in the Manchester School District, especially for those families who have children preparing to go to college. On January 13th, the district will host a financial aid workshop in which it will, among other things, discuss various scholarships and whatnot available to Manchester Community School graduates. And then on February 20th, the district will hold a FAFSA workshop. FAFSA, for those of you who have students in college, stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid, and is something that all college students must fill out if they hope to receive scholarships or financial aid during their college career. You can find those and more stories in the Plain Dealer on Wednesday, December 18th rather. Until then, we wish you nothing but the best and hope you have a good and safe evening. Thank you for listening.